Hello and welcome back to the losers bracket in the under 3500 2v2 tourney. And the winner of this game will play the winner of the game I just casted, which should be on the channel right before this one. Won't ruin that one for you if you haven't seen it yet. But this is, I believe, quarterfinals. Yeah, quarterfinals of the losers bracket. So all these players have already lost. Well, all these teams have lost one. And actually, Luxy and Greenio, they had the honor of losing to I and Brink of Insanity were Children of Guile. We started off well by beating Luxy and Greenio, and then other things happened. It was a combination of factors. I think we lost as a team in our two games that we lost. Not really on the same page, I think, a couple times. And actually, one of the teams that we lost were Nexus and Jagged, who were in the other game you may have seen. But looking at these teams, ZLO and actually Luxy and ZLO, they're familiar colors. Definitely two people have seen each other many times. Yeah, I'm not gonna even begin to try to say who's better right now. Although if I had to guess, I'd say ZLO probably played quite a few more games in their recent memory. Greenio versus Oxidolon. I don't know who that is. Greenio, I got to meet in our game, I guess a couple days ago. And then they lost, so he seems like a nice guy. UEF and Seraphim. UEF and Aeon, so Oxy, doing the unusual. And there's one more thing I wanted to mention. Actually, two things, related things. One is that the replay sync tool definitely works. I got it to work with multiple different people, which is really exciting. Guess the key was to port forward the port 8000, which may have been an issue for many other people, or maybe other people just never cared. But that tool should bring a bit of a revolution. I'm not sure why it hasn't. For example, for streaming, I mean, dual casting. And actually, the second thing I wanted to mention, as we're seeing actually here, Oxy taking the top and getting some good reclaim. There was a couple Tech 2 wrecks. And nobody's really on the bottom looking for each other. Thanks. The second thing, if you haven't seen, the best caster for this game is actually Yuri Ivanov. And most of his casts are in Russian. If you don't know Russian, you can't appreciate him as much. But he is trying to do some more casts in English. Though his English cast is still great, they're not as good as the Russian ones. And actually, we're going to do a dual cast here in a couple hours. And our dual cast should be uploaded to his channel. So people should definitely check that out. Should be really good. And we know that the replay sync works, which is... I'm almost ready to just forget about UI lag now. It's just an amazing thing. Of course, the person who did make that tool originally, Patoga Tohan, I believe he is the one. Yeah, he's definitely the one who's made all the updates. And at this point, it's really awesome. Yeah, if you're a Twitcher or a caster, you gotta have that. As this game is so different than the one I just casted. Much less aggression from the... I mean, look at these two ACUs. ZLO and Oxy, here coming to minute 4, have not moved an inch. They've just been spinning, building stuff. And Luxy together with Greenio slowly making their way to the middle. Absolutely no ACUs on the side. And a whole bunch of free mexes. Any engineers here? No, just a bunch of pink tanks. Fairly slow from Greenio. I think he could have taken a huge advantage. 5 mexes, which are firmly in his possession, but not in his possession at the same time. Also, not a lot of air, unless I missed some crazy bombers. A couple inties here and there. As Oxy is getting an upgrade, and this is a gun. And if you rush double gun with the Aeon, it is very, very deadly. There's low, no upgrades yet, but looks like both those players made so much power. Oxy, and they're getting a gun upgrade, and they're not stalling. And they still have full power. They made too much for what they're doing. But ZLO could probably maybe make more air or something. So it's a good strat, but I think they kind of overbuilt the power a little bit. Greenio, meanwhile, getting the gun, and if you're 2v2 and the two ACUs are going to meet together, it's going to be 2v1, and if it's a double gun, as Brink and I found out, it really sucks. So a double gun with 2 ACUs is extremely powerful, especially on smaller maps and 2v2s. If you have the opportunity to do that, might as well do it and get a quick, easy win. As Oxy, yeah, he does have the double gun. He is not moving out to the middle. He's moving off to the side. And actually, usually the middle is very valuable, putting radar there. But on maps where there are no mexes in the middle, just a couple Tech 1 wrecks, taking side is actually a lot more valuable. Unless you take the middle and use that as a pivot for doing an attack to the middle. Tech 2 perhaps, anything? Any Tech 2 land? Tech 2 land with the Seraphim. Very powerful is Grigno. Luxy deciding to get the gun of his own and not finishing Grigno off. Grigno needs to reciprocate here. So overall, I think ZLO, just huge amounts of power as he's making a ghetto gunship. ZLO also on the gun, so the top side getting their guns faster. They have given up the sides, and we're seeing a ghetto, fully loaded ghetto, total air domination. And even though ZLO has given up this bottom side, I think he's poised to take that back. This ghetto will clean up. I don't know what the DPS on a single mech marine is. I believe it's on the order of 20 to 30. When you got 6 of those, that's something like 200 DPS. That's more powerful than a Tech 1 PD. Luxy, this is 2v1, and actually this double gun here has got the range on any ACU gun, so if you can kite with it, Luxy halfway, and you gotta help, otherwise it'll be a very short game. Grigno, you gotta assist your ally. Oh, Luxy, so this sucks. Luxy having to cancel an upgrade. Oxy 4 kills, low only 1, but they got a major victory. As now they're gonna be forced to throw a whole bunch of Tech 1 units at their enemy. Yeah, this ghetto continues to do damage. I mean, it's just completely cleaning up. This bottom is gonna belong to ZLO unless ZLO dies here. Actually, ZLO, even though he had the gun and double gunned ally, they didn't have nearly as many Tech 1 units. Almost blocking himself with the ACU 13 kills. If he goes under 2500, he can explode. If he can get a chain reaction with the multiple ACUs, get a lot of people dying, but looks like that's not gonna happen. ZLO 16 kills, close to a vet. Oxy nearly full health. Double gun, the middle appears to belong to the bottom side, although they are quite low on the health, but a lot of wrecks. Now the middle is worth a lot more than it was in the beginning of the game. And Oxy, yeah, is gonna successfully kite. 15 kills. ZLO will get Tech 2. Yeah, I think they're still way ahead on power. No Grigno here catching up on power. Lots of reclaim. Oh, and this is that extra little bit of range. Oxy, he continues to push forth, and now looks like he's gonna be blocked. Oh, it only would have taken 6 more shots. So 3 more seconds against that gun. The ghetto, I want to see those mech marines when they land. Let's see how many kills they got, but it's been absolutely brutal. And early on, total air domination from the top side. They also had the better of the gunplay. The whole ACU is very low on health, except Oxy. And now looks like the middle will belong to the top side, and they'll get a whole bunch of reclaim. As this ghetto, just unabated, continues to do damage. It needs to drop the veterans. Drop the veterans. Yeah, nobody takes care of the veterans. Oxy, 29 kills. Yeah, I gotta say the top side much better at using the weapons at their disposal. So using the Aeon advantage, using the ghetto. Top side absolutely no action whatsoever, but looks like Oxy will slowly begin to pick away. And he Tech 2. Got some air. It's all completely Tech 1. 35 kills. Luxy, did he just cancel another upgrade? This, oh, he's got Tech 2. Oh, it's a lot more powerful. And they had Tech 2 PDs. A good way to stop gunned ACUs. ZLO meanwhile pushing up. He's got Tech 2, 19 kills. He needs that vet. And yeah, this sucks. Luxy with Tech 2, Greenio nearly dead. Luxy giving up on that PD. This is a very big hole that Luxy and Greenio find themselves in. I think if Oxy and ZLO continue to push, victory is imminent. They are getting victories elsewhere, but the main victory, this hill may. And is Luxy going suicidal? Not sure if he meant to do that, but yeah, they're both. Now they're both gonna die at the same time. A better gun from Oxy, I think. The most valuable unit, and the second most valuable unit, I think, was the Ghetto. A little bit. I'm not really sure why it was so dominating by the bottom side. They stood still, got their eco, got the double gun, pushed forward, and Luxy cancelled an upgrade. I think Greenio could have really helped with that upgrade. Actually, Luxy could have helped Greenio finish his upgrade faster, but a lot more communication for the top side. So hopefully people enjoyed this one, and yeah, definitely check out the dual cast that's coming in the near future on Yuri Ivanov's channel.